I'm Susan Wells, and today we'll practice a Yin Yoga pose called saddle. This pose can be very intense, depending on how you do it, and it will challenge your lumbar arch, your ankles, your knees, your quadriceps, your hip flexors, and possibly your shoulders too. I'll explain modifications for more or less intensity. As always, if you get sharp pain, just modify or even just skip this pose altogether. Begin sitting on heels, tops of your feet down, heels rolled outward. If ankles hurt, roll a small towel and put it under your ankles to create lift. If knees hurt, sit higher with a block, cushion, or folded blanket between your feet. Hands behind, lean back for a gentle lumbar back bend. If you have no neck issues, lengthen the neck and let your head drop back. This stretches the throat while compressing the cervical spine. After a minute, to go deeper, come down on your elbows. As before, you can either keep your head up or drop it back. Flexible students may be able to rest the top of the head on the floor, or put a block behind you to rest your head on. An option is to rest your spine on a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, use cushions and or folded blankets. Lie back and feel supported. Arms overhead will open the shoulders. You can clasp opposite elbows. Tingling in arms, palms, or fingers is a sign that you are overly stressing a nerve bundle, so bring your arms down. Flexible folks may choose to remove the bolster and come all the way down to the mat. Relax and hold. You can hold for 2 or 3 minutes. And while you're holding, notice all the various sensations. The stretch in the ankles, knees, quads, hip flexors, and possibly chest and shoulders. Be okay with modifying or coming out of the pose if the sensations are too intense. But if the discomfort is tolerable, try breathing a relaxed, deep breath and staying in the pose. To come out, lift up on elbows and back to sitting tall. If you cannot get out of the pose, roll to one side and pause for a moment, then come back to sitting on your heels. Pause for a breath or two and then fold forward into child's pose. This moves the spine opposite direction from saddle. Allow your back to round and hold for a few breaths. Knees have been bent for quite a while, so it'll feel great to straighten them. Come into elbow plank, knees straight, kneecaps tight, pressing heels back. Lower the knees and rest on your stomach for a few breaths. Namaste. I'm Susan Wells, and this is Yin Yoga. Thanks for joining me today for the saddle pose to challenge your lumbar, your ankles, your knees, your quads, your hip flexors, and possibly your shoulders. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Georgia State University Recreational Services. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at GSU Recreation. And you can register for in-person classes at recreation.gsu.edu.